have the interior of the Suzuki Jimny 1.3 2006 model. It is a model that was a facelift model. Has some also some differences in the engine compartment, but also some interior differences. Main differences to the cluster gauge here, which is different, and the main difference I would say is that the fact that you can change the four-wheel drive through buttons instead of lever that you used to have in the older model, and the newer model has that as a lever. I have this car for not too much now, 1,641 kilometers. No problems with the four-wheel drive so far. So let's take a closer look at what's in this old car. You can see here, plastics are probably the worst I've seen in a car. It's 2006. This model was designed in 1998, so it's kind of what you expect of this car, or a utility vehicle, I would say. It says here auto, however this is the base model, so if I put this on and if I press the button down, as you can see, it's not an auto button. You have to keep it continuously pressed. This has this button here for if you want to close the windows or not. The good thing is that it has electric windows, electric mirrors, which I did not expect out of this car. And also then we go to the cluster gauge. It's good that it has, let's open up the cluster gauge here. You see the four-wheel drive signs, you could see them shine here, battery, airbag, and it has a fuel gauge and also a temperature gauge, which is good for this car. The wheel is pretty basic, horn. Wipers again pretty basic, no intermediate functions or whatever. It's a manual, 5-speed, reverse on the back. Handbrake, of course, it's 2006. Don't have electric handbrakes yet, I believe. And then it has this basic CD player, no MP3 or anything like that. With radio. We don't want this video to be demonetized, and it's a the basic trim, so there is no air conditioning, which is quite interesting for a car of 2006. However, it has a heater. You can see here we have it on cold, and it's cold. And I'm gonna, as I put this is a Cabrio model, so it had a rooftop which was from fabric, but now, as you can see, I've put a more sturdy rooftop, which you can take off and on with this hatches here. However, this is since it was a Cabrio model, no air conditioning. You can put it aftermarket or the Suzuki's air conditioning, which is a kind of a more difficult process, but it can be done. 2 airbags, one here, I believe one here. I don't know if they're operable after all these years. It's 2022. Small glove compartment here. One compartment here, one here. It's probably the only place you can put your cell phone is here. Not very sturdy as well. 2 cup holders here, and there's one compartment here which is very tiny. You can barely fit your cell phone here. So let's see the back seats. The passenger seat, but this lever just folds back here. You can see wear and tear. Small cabin. It used to have a tent up here, but now it has some sort of a rooftop. The seats, they have headrests here, but which I removed because they limited my visual capacity in the back, and also by moving this thing here up. The good thing is that it just folds down like this, more or less. And then you can fold it back here. Seat belts in the back, of course, and cup holders from the back seats, and also a cup holder here. So like this, we open this thing up first, and then we open this side glass here. Very small boot, but as I said again, you can increase the boot space by folding down both seats. And no spare wheel, of course, but there's a spare wheel here in the back. And it's a small utility vehicle. That's what I call it. Not exactly a car. If you want to go hunting, if you want to go outdoors, it's a great car for that. But not for the highway in any case. And it has a small space for probably 2 people, even 3. Small boot space, and it's nice that it has this rooftop, which is not removable apart from the front one, which I will remove at some point. There are some latches in front of the driver's and the passenger seat. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe.